eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life, love and pride, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear, clear, gray from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark, and it is Monday. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I had a long weekend. We had the MAYB Girls National Tournament at Santa Fe, and so I had to work all that. So sorry I took a couple of days off, but my grandson came into town. I had my basketball camp. So all of those things, plus I needed a few days off just to kind of get everything squared away. And then on top of that, the Olympics is in full swing now. Swimming, like we talked about the other day, swimming, we've been a little disappointed, I think. But overall, other than that, I think that the United States has picked up, and we'll just go ahead and go to the medal count. So go to the medal count and see where everything at. USA, of course, we're now at 75 medals, 19 first behind China with 21. But of course, now the swimming's over with, and gymnastics, we will extend our lead over them because those are their two big things. They have gymnastics, they have swimming, which of course they do really, really well, and then all the other little other sports, equestrian and things like that. So, but anyway, the USA is now in full swing. The track and field is up. So basketball is coming along. Track and field is going on. So the United States will be upping our medal count. Right now, we're just killing everybody. And of course, I believe France will take over China at some point pretty soon. And then Great Britain, of course, is going to pick up their pace. Now the track and field is available. So, but when you look at the count, France, the host country, is doing pretty well, sitting here at third. The USA, of course, is what we do. We just blow everything away. And now with Russia, the former USSR, not in it at all, that really helps us quite a bit because the track and field, they usually give us quite a bit of a run. But I will say this, track and field, I don't know if you've all been watching, and I'm sure you guys have. But when you watch track and field and you watch what we do in track and field, and Noah Lyles, of course, in the 100 last night, watching him and just winning by, it was so funny is that all the racers all finished under 10 seconds. That's crazy. And then on top of that, what was even more outstanding is that he had to win by the chest, by just barely sticking his chest out. That's what he won by. I mean, tenths of a second. What was at the top? They were separated by, was it 0.12 tenths of a second between from the winners and the last place? Those guys were flying. And of course, today I've been watching the 200-meter, what do you call them, 200-meter prelims, trying to get everybody to the semifinals and to the finals. So we've been watching all the semifinals to see who's going to be in the finals of 200 in men's and women's, which will be tonight. And I'll be looking forward to seeing that. So, but anyway, it's just been fantastic. I've been enjoying it. Like I said, I'm sorry we were off last week, but once again, my grandson came into town, and when I get a chance to see him, nothing else matters. Spending time with him is the most important thing to me there is. So, but by all means, if you guys want to come in and you want to comment, you want to talk about what's going on, please go ahead, search YouTube, The Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Like, subscribe, hit notifications. That way, if you have any comments, I can see them. I can post them here on the channel for you guys. I can see them because when you do them on Facebook, I don't see Facebook until I get off of the show. When I'm done with it, then, of course, I can respond to whatever you're saying. But if you'll go to YouTube and like, subscribe, and hit notification, I will see them right away, okay? And then, of course, our Thunder Show, which we will be doing this Wednesday. We didn't do it last Wednesday because I thought Little G was coming in Thursday, but they came in Wednesday night. So we did not do our Thunder's our summer league wrap up, which we will do this week, and get that back going and get that once a week, kind of getting everybody up to date, getting excited about what's happening with that. So after the storm, OKC Thunder, like, subscribe, hit notifications, and search for that, and you'll be able to get caught up on everything we're doing. But back to track and field. Sydney McLaughlin, of course, had her first round, and she's just she's just ridiculous. I mean, what an outstanding 400-meter hurdles runner that she is, and I just watching her in her first round, her first event, just destroying the field, not even close. And like in men's, the 200 is going to be crazy tonight because Noah Lyles is going for his 100, 200, and of course the 200 is his signature event, being the world champion, and was it 19, 20, 21, and 23. He's the world champion, so or 20 was 19, what is it, 19, 21, 23, the world champion. So anyway, well, I think the Olympics was in 2021, wasn't it? It was 22, 23. He was the world champion. So anyway, three-time defending world champion. Finished third in the Olympics in Japan. So he's looking forward to come back and finishing that off. And the biggest hurdle for him, of course, was the 100 meters, which he got done. And what a race it was last night. And then just being able to watch the women go at it. And I'm just excited about track and field. I love it. And, of course, we medaled in the what is it? Oh my God, with the ball. My God, my mind's just going blank, guys. Don't say anything about being old. But anyway, he's won his third straight Olympics, which is unprecedented. In that hammer, is it the hammer throw? I think it's the hammer. But anyway, him doing that, I'm proud of athletes, and like I said, that's my USA jersey. I'm getting my medal redone so that I can put it up here as well. But just the fact that I can't explain to you all what it means to play for your country, what it means to hear the American national anthem when you're sitting on top of the podium, what that means when they put that gold medal around your neck. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with none of the nonsense. And I was listening to a guy today, and he goes, the one thing about sports is no matter, I might vote for somebody different than you vote for, but we're still cheering for the same team, or we're still cheering for the same players, or whatever. And the one thing that the Olympics does is it brings our country together as one. Regardless of whether you're a Republican, regardless of whether you're a Democrat, all the nonsense that's going on with all that is just crazy, but that has nothing to do with sports. Even though a couple of athletes have made it about that. Simone Biles and LeBron James said that we love our black jobs, which is a whole different story. But the bottom line is this. The bottom line is that us as a country, we come together for our athletes. We come together as one, regardless of the politics. We cheer for the flag. That's what we cheer for. And I am excited about what's happening. Of course, me having, like I said, having a gold medal, that makes a huge difference in my mind in the way I view it. And back when I won mine, America was not as free as it is now. That you don't go through the same things, the athletes don't go through the same things now that we had to go through. And then the ones before them, what they had to go through. It's not even remotely the same context. So just excited about what's going on with that. And I'm joined by my guy, High Stick Harry, Ben Dillman. What's up, homie?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man,
just a little bit of a day off. So
hey, sweet. Just loving, man, the Olympics and watching track and field. My favorite events are swimming, to be honest.
Yeah.
Swimming, track and field, basketball. And I've watched some other stuff. I tried to do the equestrian.
Yeah. It's here and there.
I mean, I
you
appreciate.
You might find one you like. You might find one you don't.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the fencing. Our women.
Yeah, I did that. Women won the gold. Was fantastic.
Crushed.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they got first and second in singles, and as a team got first. So we got the best sword fighters, as in the world right now.
First gold medal.
I'm down for that.
And then how about rugby? Did you see the women's?
Yep.
The bronze.
Stealing that bronze. Yep, they ended up stealing the bronze.
Dude,
that was awesome.
How about that?
See the last second play?
Yes, where she ran over and I was like, because I thought for sure she was down. But that one,
you only got to break one tackle, and there it is.
Well,
she
that
steered that girl to the ground and just went
Well, the
Why?
one she ran over, to me, she was just trying to hold her for the other girl, and the other girl just
Yeah.
semi tried to tackle her. You know what I
And then
mean?
yeah, and like they were Australia. If you saw those girls right before that, they were already celebrating. They're like, "Oh, nice, we just won this thing." And then they thought that tackle would be made and it'd been over, and then no, she broke one and went for it.
Went
So
for
that
it.
was
Yep.
that was
Yep.
awesome.
Awesome. And then on
That was
top of
good to
that,
see.
they shouldn't have been there anyway.
No.
They should have won. What would they lose to
Yeah.
Japan in the semis?
Yeah.
They should not have been in that situation. But
But arguably the best team in the world. So that's
yes.
good.
Well,
Good for us. Good for us.
not arguably, they're clearly not. They did
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
win.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
If you don't win it, you're not the best. I mean,
Definitely.
you may be stat wise the best is like the USA basketball. We should be the best, but what we got coming on, you never know. But
How do you feel about all the 3-on-3 stuff? I know that's a little bit of
I
a different.
don't. You,
So I know it's ran by FIBA instead of yeah, I know some of the other stuff like the Olympic team is ran by a different association, I believe.
yes.
But so like the FIBA deal, like I just don't understand why. I mean, you have Ice Cube's Big Three league, right? Like, why can't some of those guys come in there and go play for because we have a professional league. Like, why don't we send our best? I get I think one of the Barry sons are on the team, something like that. There's a couple other guys for the men, and then for the women's, I know they're a little bit better than our men's team, but we shouldn't be going over there and losing. At least we shouldn't
Well,
be at the bottom of our
but Ben,
standings.
3-on-3 is a completely different
I know,
thing.
but that
So
doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I'm thinking I was just riff raffing about it, and I was like, man, what if okay, so say even if our men's national team, okay, we have a 3-on-3 game later that day. Okay, you just three guys that don't play. Guess what? You're gonna go represent the USA in
yeah,
3-on-3.
but Ben, it's just a
I
different.
know.
No, I'm just saying that.
I
No,
get
I
it, but
understand what you're saying, but it's
still
just
a
a
gold
different.
medal
It's
that we're
just
just giving away.
I know, but but Ben, it's just a different format. It's different the way they do it. It's just different, and you have to
Yeah,
understand. You have to
I still think
understand.
it's a little different than the 3-on-3 league that Ice Cube does, but
Right.
still, I mean, if I saw him on a couple places saying that he wanted to challenge he wanted to make the team challenge whoever wins the gold medal for like a big cash prize or whatever
Yeah, that ain't
after the
happening.
Olympics. That'd be awesome.
The bottom line
We
is
would
that
crush.
we got beat up in girls and women's and men's in
Yeah,
that.
I
And I
just
agree with
understand.
you. When I saw who was playing, I'm like, who are these people and where'd you get these guys?
I mean,
I
I'm just
didn't.
being. I know there's girls that didn't make the Olympic team that could. I mean, you don't think like Caitlin Clark could help grow that 3-on-3
Well,
thing or something like that? I'm just saying,
Caitlin
you throw
doesn't need to
somebody
play
else.
anymore. She doesn't need to play. She
No,
needed to play.
you know what I mean though. Like you could have had a good 3-on-3 team, Angel Reese, her, and somebody else that were wanting to do some of the men's stuff. Against the Ice Cube thing. Like you could have some guys or some ladies like that would go out there and just crush. Like so, I just don't. And I know it's a little bit more different with the ball movement, obviously all the open court, and then it's very endurance based. Like you have to be in hell of shape for that.
Well, the
So,
bottom
but
line is
I just don't understand.
it's just that we don't consider it. I think part of our basketball. We don't consider that real basketball.
I get that. But
That's
still,
part of it being. And no, I'm with you in the frustration because when I saw it, I'm like, how the hell are we getting beat by what? Who are we getting beat by? What's going on? And
by a lot too.
but it's but it's like being it's like hockey. If you get used to guys who are playing with a certain level, they're used to playing with a certain scheme, and then you come back out and you play with people who are different. It's a total different mindset.
100%.
And it's just like with the Olympics. It's just like playing FIBA rule basketball. The European countries have an advantage over us, even though we have talent wise, they have an advantage.
I just have a hard time believing that we can't go to a few LA Fitnesses and a few different towns or a few different cities here and go find a team that can go just ball.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, Ben. I played in 3-on-3 nationals one time, and we were the fourth ranked team in the country at that time. Yeah. And we went to Austin to play in the 3-on-3 nationals, and we were the fourth ranked team, and we got beat by the fifth ranked team simply because this was the first time we had all played together. Like I got brought in late.
You were the guy from Boston and a guy from DC.
Yeah, well, those other three guys had played together, and that was my first time playing with them. So it was really hard to kind of understand. Okay, what am I shooting the three? Am I hitting the two? What are we doing? Are we switching? What are we doing? So I think that the teams who have been playing together longer and understand the rules and how to play with each other, those four players are going to be a lot better than a team you put together at the end.
Yeah, just run together.
Yeah, it's
I
just
still
different,
think
man.
that often.
I did not
Yeah,
like it.
and I feel like, yeah, no, I feel you. I understand that completely. I get
I
that.
did not like it. That's why I did
I
it
just
one
think with
time,
the
Ben.
amount of people we gotta.
Yeah, but
You know,
Ben, the whole thing is this: you have to put the right
no,
group
yeah, yeah.
together.
You gotta, yeah,
You have the right
yeah.
group,
You
and
gotta.
I think that maybe because of that being us getting embarrassed like that, I think
I just
that
think bottom
people may
half of the
change their
bracket.
mind. People
Yeah,
may
bottom
change their
half of
mind
the
about it.
bracket's pretty embarrassing.
But I
I
think
think
people
that's
may change their mind about how important this is to the United States
yeah,
because
and it is relatively new still, so it's not like we don't have very many things in place either. So it
yes,
still is relatively new. So I think after a few years, after it gets in there and people are knowing about it and stuff, there'll be some college athletes that will be pretty good that could probably go in there and help out and stuff.
yeah.
I
But
don't
the whole
know.
thing is you got to with 3-on-3, you got to play together enough to
Yeah, it's like
understand. Like I
it's like
told you,
building
like
a it's like building a line in hockey.
yes,
You got like you don't always need three of the same players. Sometimes you need one guy's gonna be a bruiser, one guy might be a passer, one guy's a scorer.
you got to have
Sometimes
the
you might
right
have
group.
all three passers. Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of just depends. It
Mhm.
also depends on personalities and all that stuff. Who's gonna go for it? Who's gonna be a little more laid back? So I understand that.
Yeah.
I just wish we'd do a little bit better than being in the bottom half of practice. That's about it.
Yeah,
I just don't
I
understand.
think that people will have the same opinion that you do, Ben, that they did not like us getting spanked like that in basketball.
Yeah, I wouldn't have mind. Like, no offense to the rugby, I wouldn't have minded as much if we were losing in rugby. But if we're getting that in basketball, I'm a little disappointed. Just a little like, what are we doing?
Well, the first medal in 100 years.
No, well, that's fantastic.
That's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying. No offense against that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's a basketball game. We should be winning. I don't care if it's hoops at the Chuck E. Cheese. We should be winning. Like, it don't matter to me.
Well, the difference is now that the skill is picked up. It's like watching the NBA or watching the Olympics. They had SGA on the other day,
Yeah, it
and
was great.
SGA's got to work on his. He's got to work on his talking. He's not a he's a he's a quiet, laid back type
Love it.
type guy. He's not a
He's kind of like Durant when he was younger.
yes,
When
yeah.
Durant was younger,
Doesn't like
Durant
doesn't
kind
like
of
the
chilled
camera.
back, hung out. He was just an absolute killer on the court.
Yeah.
But also like very quiet, laid back.
Yeah, and he just didn't do himself well. I mean, to me, what I would suggest being out of him is going to find you a coach, a communication specialist to teach you how to be able to communicate, to teach you how to talk, how to have a presence.
Just don't hire Otani's.
Well, not his, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying you have to.
I got arrested for all the.
You're bad. Well, first of all, you're not gonna hire somebody that's your friend.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You're gonna go hire somebody who knows what the hell they're
But
doing.
yeah.
But
I'd take speech classes and stuff, but I wasn't doing different language. I just had that twang.
yeah, I
had
understand.
to
You
do
still,
that. Still got it a little bit.
but you gotta. He. That's the one thing I was really. I don't want to say
Yes.
embarrassed for him, but I was like, bro, you're on worldwide TV. This is a chance for you to take your brand to
Yeah, that's
another
what I was
level,
gonna say.
and you didn't do
Sports
that.
brand, yeah.
You didn't do
It's
that.
huge.
You didn't do that.
Huge.
Not only is the Oklahoma City Thunder that you could have taken us to another level, but yourself as well. And he didn't do that. Now he was okay, but you could just tell he was not comfortable doing it.
With all the different languages, doing the translations, and all this stuff.
Well, but no, just speaking. I'm talking about just
yeah,
flat out
he felt
speaking.
he looked nervous.
Yeah, he didn't look comfortable at all. And that would be my one suggestion to him is that you're a 2-time first-team All-NBA player. You will hopefully be a 3-time first-team All-NBA player next year. You have to be able to – you're going to be on TV more. And you got to be able to instead of you got to be able to speak. You got to be able to talk. You got to – and he thinks too long about what he wants to say. And I know he's trying to be
professional.
yes, and not say anything wrong. But, he's good looking. He dresses amazingly. He's sharp. So he has all the tools to really take himself and the Thunder to the next level to be the face of the Thunder. Now, he can't be really the face of the league because he's not American.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He's Canadian.
He can be like top. They're always just pushing.
Yeah, I mean, because you see, but when you watch him play, dude, he is just he's
a
the
magician out there, man.
Dude, he's really good, man.
And I really
He's
enjoy
really
like
good.
watching the Olympic, like watching him play with other players. I think is fantastic. Like I love watching the Olympic basketball, so it's fantastic. Seeing these guys get out there. That's what I like about the hockey stuff too. Like whenever I get in that in the winter and stuff, and all these sports. Like seeing these ladies jump together that were all on the WNBA teams. Like I like seeing all this stuff. It's great.
Yeah, I tell people when you get back from playing like you would be in hockey or any sport, and you're playing with the best guys on the planet, and you're all on the same team,
Yeah.
there's something about how good you are when you get back because of the level of competition you're going against every day.
Yeah, even just in practice.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're going against, you're practicing against them every day.
You're going, in practice you might have another one on your team that's pretty good. But like when you're out there, it's you're the dog if you're out there. So when you're going against other dogs, I just feel like it brings out like a lot in everybody, and it brings together good stuff. And I know all the basketball players are all already friends from growing up, so I think it's good getting them back together, doing stuff like that. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's just I try to tell people all day long how good it feels, how when you're playing against guys who like
And you're learning.
like it's like this, for example. The way they did it back then. They took the top 44 kids that was high schoolers that were going to be freshmen. Freshmen, they were going to be sophomores, which is what I was. And then they picked 12 of those 44 to play on the junior world team for the USA. And when you're talking about you're one of 12 of the best in the United States going against each other.
Yeah.
And, it just, practices were no joke, bro. I mean,
So much fun too.
It was,
the competition's real. But
and the trash talking, Ben, the trash talking.
Oh, that's the best. Don't get me started.
The trash talk is the best. But when you go against the best players, it's just something about that. And I tell people all day long what that means. So I'm excited about that.
One against one's huge.
But what has been your favorite thus far of everything, Ben?
Man, every sport at the Olympics so far?
Yes, what you've watched.
I mean, to be completely honest, I really like the gymnastics a lot. Watching Simone do all her stuff that nobody else can do in the entire world, I think is just beyond impressive. That's my favorite. If I'm watching as like ooh and ah kind of thing, I like watching the men do the rings. I think that stuff is impressive.
Yeah, that's
Those
impressive.
men are jacked.
The strength in your upper body.
Goodness gracious! Yeah, and how when they're up there, that's impressive as all hell. But
Yeah, it
I
is.
like watching that a little bit, and then, but I mean, just all the. I always like watching a couple matches of ping pong here and there, stuff like that. I like Scotty winning the gold. That was sweet.
Wasn't that crazy, dude? Him coming back. Wow,
That's insane.
Wow, man. I mean, there was
a
something.
couple months ago, and now he's in.
It's like Tiger when he starts charging and they know I got it. They put pressure on themselves. You know.
Yeah, they're like, and they see his name start rising up the leaderboard.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, John Rahm. How do you miss a 3-foot putt?
Man, he blew it. He really did.
He pushed it.
Now, he blew it.
Now, Ben, you and I have all amateurs. We've all pushed a 3-foot putt to the right. And you're lying if you say you ain't pushed a putt before from 3 feet. You're lying. You've done it. You hit that thing just wrong. Your putter is not exactly lined up right, and you hit it wrong. It's going to go right. And it's. I felt sorry for John because I would have liked to see him and Scotty go at it. But that has to do with.
He's the best guy ever. Like, he's awesome.
John Rahm.
Just one of the coolest guys.
But you know what though? He went for the money. He went to the Live Tour for the money. And when you're not playing against the competition and you're not locked in, everybody goes. I said, no, that's not real golf. You're playing 3 days as a scramble. That ain't real golf.
Yep, I didn't care what guy won the men's golf or whatever. I didn't care as long as they were in the PGA. So that's really what I wanted. Like, I didn't care. I just honestly, and no offense to the there, like, it's good for them. They're trying something different, cool, whatever. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. I don't watch it. Never have. Never will.
Yeah.
Well, I'll watch some. I'll probably watch like a couple holes of final or something.
Well, then they get mad because they're not on the Ryder Cup. So
they're on like the
CW.
CW.
Yeah, you chose your path.
Yep.
You wanted to go over there for the money. So here's like I tell my grandson all the time, and I tell my kids, there's consequences for your actions. You can't go over here and act and do this over here and not expect something to happen. You can't do that.
And just still expect to get the same treatment when you go back.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. I mean, like Phil Mickelson, he's lost all credibility. All credibility.
Yep.
I mean, he's lost everything, all credibility. Just like, what's his name? Greg Norman. That he was, was he a 2-time British Open champion? He don't even invite him to the top 50 thing. They're like, dude, you're out of here. You try to destroy the tour, you're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
He was probably honestly top I mean, argue. People would
One
probably
of the
put him
top 50 of all time. Yes,
Yeah, so
easy.
then he'd easily been like way up the rankings. He got
And now he's done.
yanked out of
Yep, he's done.
that.
Nobody has zero. They don't
Yeah,
have any respect for him because he tried to break the PGA Tour, and he's done.
and he
And
kind of did. I
Phil
mean,
Jackson's
I know he
Phil
was still part of
Mickelson.
all those meetings stuff going forward after that.
Yeah,
He's still.
and it's like it's like with Tiger and Jack. Like Tiger, they offered him $1 billion, bro, $1 billion,
And
and
then
he
he
said
wouldn't have
no.
played. Yeah,
And
and
he
he
said
wouldn't
no.
even played that much.
He said
Yeah.
no. I'm not. Why would I do that? I didn't. I'm not. I built this tour up, and you want me to tear it down? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the
Yeah.
legacy and all the people who came before me and everything that these guys went before me to do the things for us to be able to play golf. And you want me to
And
destroy that? I'm not doing it.
I think when you get into golf too, you kind of like it does. Not every sport's like this, but there's a huge tradition in golf. It's
Huge.
like so it's kind of like whenever you're. I understand the old people say, oh yeah, the old additive, like the old people are just wanting to keep it the same. No, there's some things that do need to stay the same. There's some things that can change.
Yeah,
And
you can change
and I don't
things.
agree
Yeah,
with. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can do whatever, but I just don't appreciate. I don't like it. But it's just not my style. But I don't like the team stuff. I think that's all weird.
I, to me, the team sports are when you're playing for the Ryder Cup. That's the only team that there is. The rest of it is individual.
Yeah.
That's why when I did my top 10 athletes of the 20th century, I went against what, did. Let me see. Do I have that here, Ben? Let me see if I have that. I did my top. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, did you get to see yesterday? Just on the Olympic thing, real quick. I'll touch back.
Go ahead.
Back on it real fast. Did you see Noah win that 100?
Yeah, that's why I talked about that earlier. Yeah, how he.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't know if you saw. I think he's running for the 200 today.
yeah. The two. He's already in the finals.
Yeah, I saw him. He coasted into the
Coasted.
finals. Pretty
Coasted.
much. Yeah, I watched him out there. Yeah, I watched that first one. He's out there with DeGrassi and a couple of those other guys.
Yeah, it's it was
I hope
funny.
he cruises home with that.
What I thought was funny when they were interviewing him, he's like, "Oh yeah, what he's gonna do," and they looked at him like, "Excuse me, like you ain't gonna just win this. We ain't gonna just give it to you. I mean, we know it's your deal, but
Well, no, he said they're going to be depressed.
yeah, the press when he came around the corner, they all looked at him like, "What?
They're going to be depressed.
Like what? Okay."
I like it though. If you can back it up,
I like the game. I do too. I like the gamesmanship.
everybody else is
Okay,
thinking about
here it is, Ben. I did
got
the
you.
top 10 athletes of the 21st century.
So I
Okay.
don't know mine, but yeah.
Well, no. This is what they did. They
Yeah,
did
go
Michael
ahead.
Phelps 1. Okay.
Yeah.
They did Serena Williams 2, Messi 3, LeBron 4, Brady 5, Federer 6, Simone Biles 7, Woods 8, Usain Bolt 9, Kobe Bryant 10. And I'm like, wait, what? What? First of all, athletes, if you're going to do athletes, to me, the individual people themselves, regardless of your team, because your team, you have to have help.
Yeah.
You got to have help. Okay? So we're talking about individuals. So I went Tiger Woods 1 because 71 wins in the 2000s. That's crazy in golf. That's
nothing
crazy.
will be done like that again.
That's crazy. That's crazy. 71 wins. That's crazy. And then Michael Phelps 2, Serena Williams 3, Simone Biles 4, Federer 5, 6, Bolt 7. Then I went Messi because winning the World Cup and then winning the FIBA thing, winning the Copa.
I agree with that.
To me, that's back to back. That's impressive.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
impressive. That's
top
impressive.
10, sure.
That's impressive. Then Randy Moss instead of Tom Brady. I mean,
Yeah.
Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady's a quarterback. When you think athlete, I don't put his name near athlete.
I feel.
I don't. But now, is he an athlete because he's an athlete? He's a team sport. Yes. But when I say athlete, I don't think Tom Brady. I don't put those two together. I don't.
I feel.
You know what I'm saying? I don't look at Tom Brady and go, oh, he's gonna wow me. I look at some of the stuff that Randy Moss did. I'm just like, that's crazy. Then I've got Kobe 9 and then LeBron 10. That's my top 10 versus the ESPN or whatever. But Tom Brady is 5. How you have any LeBron 6? 4? How you have any team people ahead of individual people? You're out of your damn mind. How can you put a team person in front of individual? It's an athlete.
Yep.
It's an individual sport. You're depending on yourself. If you don't do it, it don't get done.
It's all in between the ears. Too.
Yep. If you don't do it, it don't get done. I can't put That's why I always did the team guys 7 through 10. I'm like, okay, you're on a team, you're depending on other people. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But when I think my top 10 athletes, that's individual.
Yep. So, if I'm just going off real quick, I love your top 7. I think it's perfect. I just because I'm a hockey guy, so I'm gonna put Kobe up to 8.
Now remember,
And
this
then
is
I
the
put
20. Now this is 21st century, so this is 2000
Yep.
till now.
Yep, I'm putting Ovechkin in at number 10. And
Okay.
I'm taking Randy out. And I put just because of hockey guy, I got to go hockey.
Okay. Okay.
Ovechkin, he's going to end up hopefully taking Gretzky's record over.
I almost put Ovechkin. I almost put a hockey player in there, but I just think I guess I could have one basketball. Well, you got to have a football player.
Yeah.
So I would take out either Kobe or LeBron.
I keep Kobe. I think if you're going off athletes, I mean LeBron. Okay, if you're making a custom player on a video game, you're making LeBron James.
Right.
But in between the years, I just got Kobe a little bit ahead of that. So
Okay.
I'd probably kick out LeBron, and then
Put in
Ovechkin in there just
Okay.
for a hockey guy for me.
Okay.
And then
I'm okay with that.
I like Randy. I like Randy Moss there. I think that's a great pick.
Because
keep him if I'm going football. Because I don't know if I'd go quarterback necessarily. I mean,
I'm not putting quarterback when I think athlete in football.
That's the only thing.
The other one would be the what's our boy's name from Detroit? Oh my God.
Jumbotron.
Yes, Calvin Johnson. It would be him or Randy Moss.
He's absolute freak.
Well, if I'm talking about athlete in football, because
so
where I went is,
with you, yeah.
But you're right. I would okay. I don't have any problem with that because I did golf. Well, because I did golf, I did swimming, I did tennis, I did gymnastics, I did women's tennis. I did women's tennis, and then I did men's tennis, and then I did soccer, I did track and field, I did football, and I did 2 basketballs. You're right. You're right.
Well, I think he's the only arguable. He might not even be on that list for other people, but for me, if he's going to break Gretzky's record, I'm going to put him up there.
Well, we're talking about 2000s, not the all-time record, because Randy.
No,
remember,
but he's going to end up. But I'm saying in that time is whenever he's breaking the record.
Yeah, because it's just like Jerry Rice. He did not play, so I can't put him in there. So that's what I agree. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I have 0 problem with that, bro. 0 problems with you. You're right. I would have to put Ovechkin in there. I would have to.
My hockey love though, but he could obviously be argued out too as well. I mean, he started in 2005, so he's
who did?
He's been around for a minute.
Ovechkin.
But, yep. So that's just me though. That's just because I did insert a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that, brother, at all. At all. Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick break since we got this deal done this whole first hour. I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our peeps up over there. They love to be behind the scenes. So if you have a brand new complex that you're building, or if you have a water treatment plant or a dam in your neighborhood, hit those guys up there. Make sure that everything runs properly and take care of. Collaborative logic. Knowledge. That's funny. If you have needs for computers or software to be written specifically to make your business run smoother, or network or website design, hit our guys up over Collaborative Logic. Oak Grove Trucking and our guy Jose Fierro.
Jose,
if you have needs, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit our boy up. And then of course YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
They're the bank. It makes things happen.
Oh man, you jump right in there. I like that. Okay. They're Equal Housing Lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And then, of course, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go to the main bank, 401M, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB.
I gotta memorize that part.
Historic downtown Yukon. Yes, Yukon. Yes, we got to say that. We got to say historic downtown because you know what? I know it's 50-something steps to the deal. I don't know if it's 14 from the thing to the street. I don't know, but Randy says it's 66. The commander, so it's 66.
I'm gonna go count one of these days.
Yeah, no, you're not. YNB East, which is off the Parkway in 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40. According to our boy Nathan, 215 steps. Actually, he says like 210 to the bank over there, right off I-40. YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And, of course, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located 4609 Southeast 29th, Dale City, Oklahoma, 405-670-24. 24 open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, Fridays 9 to 1, closed Saturdays and Sundays. Proudly serving the Midday area since 1982. That's 1982. Now, Ben, I was looking at uh, our our schedules coming up. Here are the schedules for men's basketball. Okay, tomorrow morning. I don't know if you're going to be up. I'm damn sure I don't know if I'm going to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I ain't going to try to be. Are you going to be up at 4 a.m.?
No, hopefully not.
I'm not either. Germany against Greece, 4 a.m. Canada against France, which is going to be a great match. And then, of course, then Serbia against Australia, and then Brazil against the USA in the quarterfinals. So, what do you like about that, and who do you think is going to come through?
I still like that Germany team.
I do too.
Coming off of it, I think I'll have them winning that first one. Canada, France. I'd say Canada. It's gonna be a good game though, but I think Canada, they just got too much firepower, especially in the younger years of their life. We got to go Bear and France and stuff, a little bit older. I'll probably take Serbia, and then obviously I'll take USA. I don't know what the spread is. I'd have to look that up. Let me look that up really quick. Because I haven't taken the USA.
So you're not taking Josh Giddey in Australia?
I don't think so.
Well, Germany just beat France. I mean, Serbia beat them.
Serbia beat France. Yeah, I mean, I think France is just old in the tooth. Like they got no guards. They have no one or twos.
Wemby has been amazing. Wemby has been amazing.
That's all that I got on that one.
Yeah, I like Germany and Greece. I think Germany's been playing the best. I think they'll beat them. Canada and France, I think that's going to be a good game. The problem with Canada is they're short, they're little.
Yeah,
and they're going to have an issue with Wemby and a Gobert. That's my only thing with France with Canada is they're so small inside. That's my only worry about them. But with SGA doing his thing and then the other guys doing their thing, I think it's going to be tight.
Yeah, I just think France is a little old in the tooth. I just think they're just a little. They're about out.
Yeah, but like I said, that's my only thing with them is that they can't.
Yep.
They can't. Canada's just small. That's the only thing. That's their only thing. If anything I can see against them is their offensive rebounds, kind of like the Thunder, giving up so many offensive rebounds because they were so small. That's my only thing with France. It's the same type of thing. Serbia, they haven't played well at all. I mean, I thought they played decent, but they haven't played that great to me. So I think that they will take care of Australia.
I've never seen too much on them.
Yeah, I've seen Australia play. I'm not that big of a fan of what I've seen for them, and then I think the USA will handle their business. Kevin Durant is just a major difference with our team. He just is.
Think how good he'd be in 3-on-3.
There you go with that 3-on-3. You're not letting that go, are you? You're not letting that go, are you?
Oh, no, I'm not until we get a gold. Talk about it in 4 years in LA.
Yeah, I think it'll be I think we'll have a different team.
It better be.
It'll be different. And then, of course, in women's soccer, I don't know if you saw the USA-Japan game the other night. Did you see it the other day?
I just saw a few of the highlights.
Dude, it was Saturday, and so we're watching it, and I'm supervising at the gym in Santa Fe, right? And we have the MAYB Girls National Tournament there. And so, upstairs where I sit, I have a view of the atrium where I sit. I have a view of the whole facility, so I can watch all the courts. So if something goes wrong,
what's going on here?
I can go down real quickly and take care of it. And so we're up there watching, and then Dennis Rodman's daughter gets a goal in overtime in the first 30 minutes. We had to go overtime against Japan. And I jump up and I'm screaming, yes, yes, yes. And I look over and these people are watching their girls play. They're looking up at me.
And they're looking up at this guy.
Like, what is he doing? The games are, it's not like when somebody made a game-winning shot here on the court or something. I was like, I'm sorry.
It was like dribbling up and down the court.
Yeah, it was funny. It was pretty funny. But I was just excited. And I was like, USA. Now, they had to do the USA. We won, and everybody started clapping after then. I was like, yeah, that's what I was doing, guys. I wasn't sorry. Sorry, I got excited because it was just, Japan always Oh, I'm still mad they beat us in the World Cup because of that stupid coach and what she was doing. I'm like, be
Yeah.
aggressive. I mean, Japan, you have to be aggressive with them. And then, of course, Brazil against Spain. So both of them get August 6th at 11 a.m., which is tomorrow
Yep.
at 11 o'clock. So the USA and Germany, which is going to be a great, great match. And then Brazil and Spain at 2 o'clock tomorrow in the semifinals. This is who's going to go against the finals. And, of course, in men's, the Brazil and USA at 2:30, which is going to be great because you can watch the soccer match and then we can turn around and watch basketball. Of course, the show will be on, so I don't know. We may wait and do the show. We may, do an after show or whatever. I don't know. I got to figure that out how to do that tomorrow. So we're excited about that.
For sure.
Yeah, and get that done. But anyway, tomorrow, guys, it's going to be great. You got soccer and you got basketball, so it's going to be really loaded tomorrow, 4 a.m., which none of us will be up watching. I know damn sure I'm not going to be up at 4. At least I'm not going to be on purpose. I'm not unless I
That's what
wake
I'm saying.
up.
If when you asked, I was like, "Ooh," I was like, "That's a double-ended question." Because if I am, I don't really know.
Well, if I am, it ain't gonna be on. If I'm awake, being it ain't gonna be on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
I can promise you that it ain't gonna be on purpose. And then, of course, 11 a.m. I'll be watching SGA and them go at it. Along with I'll be watching flipping between the USA soccer at 11 and Canada for SGA and watching that. And then, of course, Serbia at 7:30 a.m. I may be awake for that. And then Brazil and USA at 2. So I'll be watching that and getting that done. So I'm excited about that and how that will work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm excited about all that. Hey, now speaking of football, we're gonna do this because football is here, Ben, as you know, and
then I did just see that Thomas got first in the semi going into the finals for the 200 for the women.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she got that. Yeah, we have 3 women in the 200 in the final, so that's gonna be good. But anyway, here's the over/under, Ben. We're gonna go over these real quickly because it's here. Football is here.
Yeah, I think it's 19 days away from.
Never mind.
NCAA,
before I do all that, let me do this, Ben. Before we get into that, let's do this. Okay, the top 100 was revealed. The top 10. Okay, here's the top 10, Ben. Number 10, the Raiders, Max Crosby. I have zero issue with that. Do you?
Game changer for sure. I think he's anywhere for me. He's anywhere from like 9 to maybe 15, depending on who you're talking to. What's going on?
Travis Kelce 9.
I agree with that.
T.J. Watt 8 for the Steelers.
Yeah, I think if he had a healthy year last year, he'd probably be where Jones is at. But I like him at 8 still.
Trent Williams 7.
Yeah, he's getting old in the tooth. He's getting long in the tooth as well.
Yep, they got to pay him. He's sitting out.
This might be his last year too. That he's gonna.
He's got a couple more years probably.
But he's still a freaking
He's still a beast. Oh, yes. Dude,
I mean,
with OU with their line, with him and Johnson and all that, dude, how did they not win a national title with all that offensive line they had? I don't understand it.
I don't know how Water would have got squeezed between those guys.
Yeah. Trent Williams for the 49ers, of course. Chris Jones for the Chiefs.
I don't know. That one might be a little nice. He's great. I don't think he's.
So you're saying you wouldn't put him in front of any of those guys?
I take Aaron Donald out of retirement right now and put him in that.
Well, Aaron Donald ain't retired. He's out of the but Ben, we're talking about now. Aaron Donald don't play.
You know what I'm saying?
Aaron Donald don't play.
A little nice.
Ben, Aaron Donald don't play.
I know, but I'm saying I take him off the bench and put him over that. I'm saying Chris Jones, I like him a lot. I think he talks a lot, but I also think he gets a ton of help. I don't think it's all him. A lot of these other fellas are a lot of just.
Yeah, but Ben, whenever the Chiefs need a big play, it's him.
I know he's done it, but also I don't know if I just don't like the way he is. But I'm with you. He could fluctuate. That's the only one. I'm just saying he could fluctuate.
But he's not in front of Myles Garrett. I agree with that 100%. He's not in front of Myles Garrett. Not in front of Myles Garrett. And then Mahomes at 4.
Okay, so if we're going off the best players, or are we going
No. This is what happened. So I'm like, what is the deal? So what ends up happening in week 13, 14? They give you.
Is this voted on by the players?
This voted on by the players. Right? By the players.
Okay, so that's why then.
Yeah, and in week 14, what they do is they just give you a sheet of paper. And then some people vote, some people don't. Some people put 5 names. Some people want to put their boys down there. They don't give you any sort of deal because they even had Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers didn't play. Joe Burrow didn't play.
He was in like top 15.
Yeah, both of them are playing. Like, neither one of them played. How are they in the top 100 at all? You didn't play.
I'm with you on that.
So, but anyway, that's what they do. Christian McCaffrey's third. Lamar Jackson is 2. And Tyreek Hill is 1.
See, it's a little different because, like, honestly, if I'm going best player, right? I mean, I'd probably either go with Mahomes or McCaffrey. Mahomes won the most Super Bowls, like, active player right now, quarterback. So I'd say it's the most valuable position. So if you want the best player, the best position, it's probably him. I think Lamar's the best athlete. Do I think he hasn't done enough yet to, I think, overtake Mahomes for that spot? And then Tyreek Hill, I mean, he hasn't done anything. He has good stats. He's still fast. He makes good stuff. But I think McCaffrey would be ahead of him. So I'd almost put Tyreek Hill 4, Lamar 3, and then 1A, 1B, Mahomes and McCaffrey.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
For me, Mahomes is 1.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to be. He's the best quarterback at the best. He's the quarterback at the best. Most paid position, most important position.
But you got to remember though, Ben, what they do, like I said, with the way that they do it, they just put the players. So players just say, "Hey, blah blah blah."
Well, I'm sure Lamar Jackson is harder to plan for than Mahomes, but Mahomes is just better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm sure because Lamar has the dual action, he can do whatever. So I think, but if we're going off athlete, I got Lamar and Tyreek just like that.
Well, to me, the top 100 to me,
take those 4. I don't flip
I
those
agree.
4 completely.
I agree. I put Tyreek at 4. Christian McCaffrey,
he can just catch and
I
run.
would say Lamar Jackson 3. I agree. Christian McCaffrey 2, Mahomes 1, because of the simple fact that they played in the Super Bowl. But you remember though, this doesn't have anything to do with the playoffs. This is week 4 after the whole season. This is during the season.
Yeah.
And Mahomes he didn't show up anything until the playoffs. So remember he didn't have a good year. He had so many drop passes and stuff like this. So that's part of it. That's why he's 4.
And you got Worthy this year. Oh, that's good. Yeah, week 14 it'll be at 1 this year. But yeah, I mean it's still a good. That's like you can argue all this pretty much, I think. But yeah, I think the top 4 I would just rotate them all the way, just pretty much just flip them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I looked at it. I was like, okay, I love Tyreek. He's OSU guy, but he's not number 1.
No, yeah.
He's not number 1.
And that's what I'm saying. If we're going off athlete, probably put him 1.
Yeah, him and Jamar. Yeah, him and Lamar. Yeah, but this list, I don't have a problem. See, to me, it's like if I had to do it, and it's so funny is the Chiefs have their top 3 players in the top 10, but then that's it. You're talking about Creed Humphrey is not in the top 100? I mean, are you kidding me?
I feel like this list
Trent
was made
McDuffie?
up of who's the hardest to plan for? Like who's the hardest to?
But Ben, the way it is, they give you a blank sheet of paper and say, here, you put down the names. That's what they do. So some guys do 5, some guys do more. So it's whoever has the most players' names on there. That's who they put. And to me, it's like, okay, NFL, if you're going to do it, then give them a list and say, okay, here are the quarterbacks, here's the top, whatever, and then let them pick from there. You're just saying randomly, okay, here you go. And Mahomes, there's no, because I can promise you, if the players had to do this by the playoffs at the end of the year, Tyreek Hill would not be number 1.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
He's not number 1. Lamar Jackson, he's still probably him and Christian McCaffrey are 2 and 3. No doubt you can flip flop them either direction you want to go, and nobody's gonna be mad at 2, 3, either one of them. But Mahomes is 1. And then to me, he's 1, and then the other 2 are 2 and 3. But the way that they do it in week 13, 14, and they just give you a blank sheet of paper and just say, just write down, that's, I mean, they need to revamp that because this is an embarrassment to the NFL now, the way you do it. Because now you're saying that Mahomes has won back-to-back championships with a team that they should not have won last year at all, and he's 4. So, I think you have to redo.
That's strange. I'm with you.
You have to redo that. I mean, I just don't see it. Okay, now I did the NFL. In the NFL, over-under. Okay, here we go, Ben.
Yep.
Over-under Bills, 10.5.
In that division, was Rodgers coming back?
You got the Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going to go over for the Bills. Go over for the Bills on that one, over 10.5.
I agree with that. Dolphins 10.5. Their back schedule is going to be ugly. I think they get 10. Jets 9.5. It depends on Rodgers. I think they
get 10.
Yep. Patriots 7.5. Under. Yep. Okay, now your boys, the Ravens, 11.5.
Over.
Yeah, they're going to be tough, aren't they? Defense,
Yeah, they're going to be it.
your
Derrick
offensive
Henry
line.
back there.
Well, your offensive line and
Ricard.
your biggest thing is your offensive line and your defense losing the players you lost. That's
And
the
then even
both
our
thing.
second line of our offensive line, like our Ricard back there at 260, they'll just come there and just smash a hole. Then you have Henry right behind him. Are you kidding me? Good luck.
Yeah. By the way, Creed Humphrey, he was at Cats, Ben,
Oh yeah,
and he's a large individual.
yes, sir. He is.
He's a
He's
large
been in there a
individual.
few. There are a couple of those guys, like Lane Johnson, comes in there once in a while when he's in town. There's a
Yes,
couple of those fellas that come in there, and I'm
they're large
looking at them
individuals,
like,
bro.
ooh, ooh,
They're
ooh.
they're big boys. They're
Yeah.
big boys. Bengals 10.5.
Ooh, that one's going to be a tough one.
I think
I
under.
think this division's. Yeah, I was going to go under. I think they're going to get 10, but 10.5. Like the 11, getting over 10 is so tough,
Especially in that
like with the
division.
injuries and all this stuff. Yeah, and like this division's going to beat each other up.
Yeah, with the Browns and the Steelers are both 8.5.
Yeah, Browns amazing defense. I like them at right around 8. I do like the Steelers hitting 9 this year if they can figure out that quarterback carousel. But if they can't, then I got
So
them
you're
under as
saying
well.
so you're saying Mike Tomlin first losing season?
I would never bet against that. If you bet against that, you are a dumb man. Or
That's the
woman.
reason why I'm taking 9 because I don't think he's.
Yeah.
All right,
I think
that's
I think the Browns might sink the
Yeah.
loss there.
Yeah.
We'll see how like Chubb comes back. We'll see how everything goes. But
And we'll see how their quarterback plays. We still haven't seen him in 2-3 years play worth anything, so we don't know. Texans, Jaguars, Colts, and the Titans. That conference, that division. Texans 9.5.
Okay. Texans 9.5. I like who they're playing this year outside of division, so I'm gonna take them over on that one. The 9.5. I feel like I don't think that they're not gonna get 12, 13 wins. They're not gonna like rattle off anything like that. But I think this division's weak, and I think that they're probably arguably, easily one of the better teams.
Them and the Jag. I think it's going to be closer because you got the Jaguars at 8.5, the Colts at 8.5, and the Titans going to be at the bottom sink. So, but the Colts, Richardson
If AR doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, and remember they beat the Texans earlier, beat them last year. So
he only played 5 games, I think?
Yeah, he beat them before. Yeah, but of course CJ locked it up at the end when he was
Yeah,
playing.
he's going to be looking really.
So what do you think? Over
and then
under?
getting another Texans. I'm going over 9.5. Jaguars. I'm going to go right at 9. So I'm going to go over on that one. Colts. I'm going to go under at 8. And then Titans. I'm going under at 4.
Oh my God, Ben, 4?
Yeah, they dropped it. They lost everything. They're done.
Okay. Chiefs 11.5.
Over on that one.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be back with a vengeance. Chargers 8.5.
If Herbert wasn't injured and going to be walking in a boot for 4 weeks, I'd say over. But since he's going to be in a boot for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to go under because he might miss week 1, 2, and they had no wide receivers.
He won't miss week 1. Do you think he's been out for 2 weeks already?
You never know with that stuff. Plantar fasciitis, or whatever it is. That stuff is no joke. I've had that before. And you can't skate on that stuff. I don't know how he'd be able to throw a football.
Yeah, he can't.
So that's if it's going to be a lingering effect all year. I do love Harbaugh going in there. I think he's going to change the pace. But I think losing Williams and Keenan Allen, I think those were 2 of the biggest losses for sure. Especially when I think both those guys are top 15 to 20 wide receivers in the league. You lose both those guys. I think that's a huge loss. New coach in there. It's going to take a minute. You do have both, so you got those other options. But it's just going to be tough. That division's going to be interesting.
Okay. Raiders 6.5.
I don't know what to think about that team one bit.
I don't either. I just don't understand about. I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say over 7 to get 7. I don't know, Ben. I'm with you. I don't know.
I hope so. I think Max Crosby will wire that thing down on defense, and they got a few weapons here and there, but I just don't really know what to think. They still got I can't think of his name. Wide receiver out there from Green Bay over there, a couple years back. Can't think of his name.
Devontae Adams.
Yep. You got him. You got. So there's a few pieces there. They just I think they got the right ingredients. I just don't know if they know the recipe.
Yep. Then the Broncos 5.5.
5.5. That's a lot of wins in the NFL.
6 wins.
Yeah, when you're that bad. Yeah.
I think they're going to get. They won 8 games last year.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't trust anything over there. I don't trust anything over there.
I think I'm gonna do over. I think they'll get 7 wins again or 8 wins. I'm gonna go with that. Then of course,
Bo Nick's going to throw some
yeah.
touchdowns.
So then you got Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and Giants. Cowboys 10.5, Eagles 10.5. I say under for the Cowboys. I don't see that's such a cluster over there.
If I'm looking at these numbers, I kind of got all 4 teams going under. I'm not going to lie to you. I got Cowboys going to. I don't think this division could all end up being 9-8. Or a couple teams 9-8, a couple teams that just stink. I don't see them doing much. This whole division under all of them. Mark it
Dang,
off.
man. Really?
Cowboys stink. Yeah, Cowboys stink. They can't figure it out. And I don't understand all these teams making all these decisions. You got no Jason Kelsey over in the Eagles. I mean, he's your captain, he's your team leader, and they didn't perform too well, and everything kind of fell off there for a minute. But there's just a lot of moving parts. The Commanders still stink. Next year will they even still be called the Commanders? The Giants, they can't even figure it out. They lost Saquon for peanuts. They traded a bag of balls for the guy. Pretty much got nothing. So what do we do? I just don't. The whole division doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why the Cowboys don't pay guys ahead of time. They could have saved a ton of money if
I
they
don't
would have
think
just
they
paid them.
believe in Dak.
Well, they definitely don't. That's why I don't believe in them getting over.
I don't believe in Dak either.
I don't think anybody does. That's why he's not getting. That's why he's where he's at. I mean, there's a reason why it's a conversation every day. If he did what he's supposed to do, we wouldn't be talking about it. But
Well, when 70-something% of the fans think he's the most overrated player on the Cowboys.
10.5 wins is a lot of I just said 6 wins is a lot in the NFL. 10.5 wins.
But they've won 12 the last 3 years.
You know what I mean? I know, but they're getting worse every year.
Yeah.
Micah's still arguably one of the best defensive players in the league, top 5, so top 10, and then CD top 3 to 5 wide receiver, I'd say. But outside of that, I mean, Pollard was awful last year. And you get Zeke back, but he's 3 years older and hopefully not doing his eating hungry stuff. We just got to get out of this. But the Eagles, I think they're going to go through some changes. And when you lose a lot of leadership like that, just changes need to happen. 10.5 wins a lot in this league. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. Then of course, so you're doing under now that whole thing. Okay.
All 4 of them.
Okay. Falcons 8.5, Bucks 8.5, Saints 7.5, Panthers 4.5.
What a dumpster fire! The NFC is just trash this year. Gosh,
I'm doing over. I'm doing
has to win
over.
9 games,
I'm doing
right?
over and over because they both will win 9 games. The Saints, I'm gonna do under. Panthers for sure. Over. They'll win 5. Well, no, the Panthers.
I'm with you. Yeah, Kirk Cousins and the Falcons. Okay, 8.5. I see that.
Yeah, they'll get that.
Bucks, they'll be close. They'll be right. They'll be 9 or 8
that's a
wins.
9. I said 9.
Yeah.
Saints
Yep,
8
like
wins.
that.
Saints 8 wins because their defense. And the Panthers, I just have no trust in anything they do. Then of course the Lions and the Packers both 10.5. I'm gonna do over for the Lions because I think that they should have played in the final. They should have played in the Super Bowl. That missed interception cost them everything. I still don't know how you missed that interception off that cost them everything. He makes that interception, they win the game.
I'm with you on that 100%. I think they're just going to come back stronger and better. I mean, another year in that order, I think it's great.
Yep. Then of course the Bears 8.5.
Yeah, the Bears. And the Packers. I don't know if you went over that one.
Packers. I'm saying I said over for them. Well,
Okay.
them and the Lions both over, both 11 wins. Or
Yeah,
well, you know what?
Of them as well. With the divisions they're playing, I like both of them. I mean, you got Packers are going to be playing the Cardinals and the Jaguars and different. I think they're going to beat the Lions. So they'll be playing some of these teams. I think they'll easily take down the Broncos. So there's. I agree with you on.
Yeah, and then of course the Bears 8.5. I think Caleb will get them there. The Vikings are the team. Their coach is really good.
Bears.
Their coach is really good.
Yeah, I'm under on the Bears. I think 9 wins gets you in the playoffs. I don't think the Bears are ready for the playoffs. I think maybe next year, if they give another year.
Yeah, but Drew, they're loaded though with weapons.
They have a great defense. I know. It's just going to take a minute. I got them at 7 or 8 in that division. I think they're going to lose both those games at home to the Lions and the Packers. They'll beat the Vikings in both of those, but I don't see them beating some of these other teams. But I'm with you. I think the Bears will be just right under that. I think 7 or 8. I'd give him one more year. He's going to need some time. Okay. I agree with you. He has some weapons. He's got great defense. So like,
So
I'm
you
with
think
all
8
that.
wins? So they're gonna be under because it's 8 wins. Is what you think?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be like 7 on the low end if anything happens with him, and 8 if they do a great year. And then I just think the Lions and Packers will beat them. I think both of them,
Beat them
both times
twice.
when they
Yeah.
play them, they'll
Yeah.
beat them both. So I think that's what'll do them in.
Okay.
But I think Jordan Love's had a little bit of time in there, and then you got Goff over there and the Lions doing their thing. So I think that he's just 1 year behind.
Okay. Okay. Then of course the NFC West: Niners 11.5, Rams 6.5, Seahawks 7.5, Cardinals 6.5.
Yeah, I got Niners over. I got Rams over for sure. I
Yes,
still
I think the
even
Rams
losing
over
Aaron
too.
Donald, I still think Matt Stafford is still one of the if you're talking about pure throwers of the football, still think he's one of the top 5, 7 in the league, like
Agreed.
easily.
Agreed.
He might not be the best quarterback, but he's the best thrower of the football almost still left. Him and Rodgers are like right up there. But so
Agreed.
I like the Rams. I think they're going to undersell and over deliver. And then Seahawks, I'm not really sure on that team. And I'd probably put them. I'll put them at under because I've had a lot of overs. I took that so I'll put them at over just to make sure I'm evening my numbers out.
Okay.
And then Cardinals, I got the under.
Yeah, I'm gonna do over Niner. Well, it depends. They have to get the Trent Williams deal done, and they're not gonna win without Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah,
I mean, those are things
they're going
they've
to
got
get
to
both
get
those.
done.
You're going to get both those situated.
Well, they've offered Brandon, but he wants with them. They're like, well, we're not gonna give you top of the market yet. You still have 1 year left. That's the thing with them.
Well, and he's not the. I mean, I'd arguably almost rather have Debo over. I mean, they can argue that you're not even the number one, brother. Like we need to slow down. Like we'll get you there. Go have another good year. Like because they just took money off the books with McCaffrey. They renegotiated some of that, kicked the can down the road a little bit. So they're trying to make some money for Trent and Ayuk. So I mean, they still got all the pieces. They got all the coaching. They got everything they need. Purdy's coming back another year in there. I think if he just is patient, I think that they'll get him the money that he wants. He's not CD. He's not he's not Jamar. He's not Justin Jefferson. Sorry, brother. Like, I don't
Yeah,
really know
you're
what to tell
not.
him.
No, you're not.
But
You're really
so
not.
we'll pay you accordingly. But also we could also renegotiate. We could come back and see this at week 4 in the season. When the books get turned over one more time, we could come back and give you more money then. So I think it's going to come down to one of those deals. I think Trent's going to get figured out because he's who he is, but he's also on his last. He's on his last leg. This
His
is the
last
last.
contract, no doubt,
This is his
100%.
last one, so he's trying to cash in, but also he's got to make sure he's healthy. Got to make sure that's right, and if he's going to get paid. But he's a shutdown guy. So
Yeah, no
if you
doubt.
want to take a Miles Garrett out of the game, that's who you get. So
Yep.
you're
I'm
going
with
to
you
need
on
it.
that. I think Rams over Seahawks. Man, I think 7 wins, maybe 8, but I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna do 7 wins for them, and then the Cardinals I'm gonna do over. I think they'll do 7 wins because getting Marvin Harrison to give
That's
Kyler something to throw the ball to. I think
I
that.
hope so because I've always wanted Kyler to do well, and he just can't figure it out. And I'm happy to see Geno get another chance out there in Seattle. I always thought it sucked whenever he had all those weapons out there in L.A. Then he got that thing stuck in his lung,
Right.
like 5 minutes before the game,
Yep.
and then Herbert came in and started playing well, so he lost, and he was getting old already. So I want to see Geno do well. I love that guy, I always have.
Well, that wasn't
So yeah,
Gino. That was what's his name? They stuck the hole in his lung.
no,
That
it was the
wasn't Gino.
doctor
It wasn't
that got
Gino.
him.
It wasn't Gino. It was the quarterback at the.
Oh, I thought it was Geno for some reason.
No, he played
Oh,
for
you're
the.
talking about the guy that was at
He was at New
Indianapolis.
York last year.
Yeah, then at Indianapolis. Tyrod.
Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, yeah. And then Geno, yeah, he was at the Jets. So I had to mix up the New York.
That's what
My
it was.
bad.
So,
But
no
yeah,
problem.
man, I like both those guys. But yeah, I just want Kyler to do well. I always have.
I do too. I like him.
Supported him. Do what?
I like him.
Yeah, me too. And I think him getting
But Ben,
Martin
that's the
Harris Jr. is
problem.
gonna be sweet.
But now I gotta like OU now.
Nah, you don't
I
know
gotta
that.
cheer for them all. Yeah, I do. I gotta cheer for them now because we don't play them.
I always cheer for him unless we're playing them.
No, I agree. But now I gotta
That's
cheer for
always
them
been
all
my
the
thing.
time now. Now I gotta cheer for them all the time. I don't know if
Now he's got to study. Now he's got to study more because there's two different dang
now
conferences.
I guess I can wear red now and get away with it. I guess now, whatever. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, my brother. It's my guy Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. Thanks for coming on today, brother. And hopefully you can come on tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
My
All
guy.
right, cheers, brother. Have a good one.
Cheers. Have a good one. And for the rest of y'all, hey, have a fantastic day. Try to stay cool out there.